Welcome to Excel Speedrun episode 13. By the end of this video, we are going to learn filter, data, rows and columns and how to add pivot table. Let us start with the learn filters, columns, rows and data. The filter function in Excel is used to filter a range of data based on the criteria that you specify. The columns is vertical division of a page or a text. The row is a horizontal division of a page or text. The data is quantities on which operations are performed by a computer. This is filter, columns, rows and data. We are going to learn how it is important once we start creating our own pivot table. Those who haven't seen last video, a pivot table is a report consisting of all the values. The Excel analyzes the values and creates the pivot table. Now, to create the pivot table, you need to go to Insert. From Insert, move to the Tables. Under the table, select Pivot Table, and there are two types of pivot table. You can add pivot table on the same sheet or add it on different sheet. After that, you get the four options what you want in filter, columns, rows and data. Select those parameters and click on add pivot table. Now let us see how to actually create the pivot table in Excel. Here with ourselves we have a Excel sheet. Now first we have to select the cell range, then go to the Insert tab and click on pivot table. So let us select the table or range. Let us select the range as table 1. Then choose where you want your pivot table to be placed. Should it be a new worksheet or should it be in an existing worksheet? If you have chosen existing worksheet, you need to mention the location. For example, let us click on new worksheet and then we click on OK. So here we get our pivot table fields. Now let us see what this is. The list of headers we can use. This is the search bar and drag field between areas below. So this is the filter, this is the columns, this is rows and values. So now let us select what we want in which cell. For example, let us take quantity of goods brought and items in the columns. So you can see the total glass color is 58, oil paint is 39, paper is 32, pencil is 62 and grand total is 191. Following that, we can see under date of rows. So you can see on day 1 you have brought 3 glass color, 12 oil paint, 11 paper, 14 pencil and a grand total of day 1 is 40 and the total grand total is 191. You can add 2 or more in region. For example, on first in eastern area we have this and for western areas we have this. Once you change the location in the rows, the table will also vary. Here under the region we have dates. For example, under the east we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the west we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we want, you can add quantity, sum of quantity, sum of price, and total amount. And here we are only keeping the values as region. And now let us add quantity, price, and total amount. This is the table created. So sum of glass quantity and sum of price and sum of total amount. Same goes for paper, oil paint, pencil, and the total. Here you can see the total quantity is 191 and the total amount is the same as given in the last spreadsheet. Now let us create a simple one just with sum of quantities. So in east 58 glass color, oil paint are 17, 39, and so much. This is how to add a pivot table. Once we click outside the box, you can see the pivot table is formed. Then you can adjust the pivot table according to however you want. You can add borders, like this, to make the cells look more attractive. Then you can write under the column labels whatever you want. For example, items, and for row labels you can replace them as region. So you can see the sum of quantity, item, region. Under the items we have glass color, oil paint, paper, pencil, and grand total. And here we have east and west. Here we get sort and filter, where we can filter the unwanted stuff if you have too big of quantities. This is how you create an pivot table. Now most of the process is same for creating the pivot table in sheet. For example, go to insert, pivot table, and then in existing worksheet. Now if you want it in existing worksheet, you need to specify the location. For example, I am specifying the location here and I click on OK. So my goal here is to take date wise total amount based on the filters of items, and we click here and that's it. You get it. This is how to add pivot table. If you click on the pivot table, you are available options. You can design the pivot table with all the options you have learned till now, banded rows, banded columns. Then we can analyze the pivot table, insert timeline, insert slicer, change the name, and much more. Now go to home, and then you can also add conditional formatting for this. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our different videos too. Till then, bye.